I'm very happy to welcome Alexandra Kosteniuk in our studio, and it's very nice to have more and more girls here in our studio to show us their games and their victory. And today she managed to beat Nana Dzagnidze, the leading girl of the tournament, in a quite, I would say, like double-edged game at some point. It looked like, well, very complicated, at least to us, especially when the time trouble approached. The first question I have to you, because I know you both very well, your choice of C3, was it something intuitively, or you just thought like it's a very good way to play concrete in this particular game?
Well, I discovered this idea that I used in this game recently during the World Team Championship in Astana. Somehow I saw the C4, D5 idea, and so I was actually looking to try it in my game. And well, since Nana plays D5 quite often, I decided to give it a try.
So when we checked C4, even C4 looked new to me, and all I could say in this moment was like that the queen should either be on D6 or on D8 by the general rules of the Alpine.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Well, D7 or D8 is fine. D6 I think is the worst move here, but queen D7 is perfectly fine. The only problem here is to accept or not to accept, and if to accept,
then
with what piece to take. With the knight or with the queen?
We wanted to take with the queen here.
Yeah, so, well, then, of course it's not winning, unfortunately, for white.
But it's a huge kind of initiative, I guess.
It's some kind of initiative.
Queen A4, Knight C3.
And, it should be enough to equalize for black, of course, because otherwise Alapin would be too good to play, if D5 will be refuted so easily. But, yeah, I was hoping that she would opt for bishop D6. Because there was another game, a Grandmaster's game, I think Godena Rishnichenko, and Rishnichenko played bishop d6.
Yeah, bishop d6 is a move the problem is also the psychology about it. Like if someone is blitzing the game against me and offers
scary.
me a pawn sacrifice,
right.
I would think who's my opponent? Gunina, Kosteniuk? No, thank you.
So that was actually the main idea behind this line.
Yes, of course.
And it worked out. Somehow I think I got the maximum of what I could
get. Even this position, I guess, was still like a position which you more or less had checked before, or was
A6? I'm not sure.
This was the moment A6 where you were playing basically on your own. I'm sure after King F8 it was the last moment when you were convinced.
Well, I decided to play castle here. It's a tricky position because I have, I don't know what plan to choose. There are several interesting plans.
Tell you what we thought actually.
Yeah, I checked everything. I checked knight A4. I checked the play here on the queen side. For example, queen B3. For some reason I think here. No, not after castle, because rook h3 will be after king f8. Queen b3, I was thinking with the idea after queen c7 to play queen a4, but then somehow I thought that it looks too dangerous, even if she sacrifices.
That's interesting because we always had queen a4 in all our variations.
Yes, maybe this one is stronger. But anyway, queen b3, queen c7, queen a4 looked a bit, artificial to me, because she can castle. Her plan is castle, queen c7, knight d7, right?
Mm-hmm, that's the plan, yeah. And we thought if she manages this, she's more or less over the, we would say in German, she's over the hill. So basically, she survived.
I don't know. That was one very interesting idea. But then somehow I decided to castle because I thought she was going to castle anyway. And
yes, actually, king f8.
Because rook h3 doesn't work here because of bishop f4. And if takes queen a4.
Check,
So after king f8, it's actually a threat. She wants to take on h3.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, f4 is somehow, in any case, inviting because there's a king on f8, so f5 is in the air, and plus f4 stops.
I was not sure about the move f5.
Actually, we didn't like it.
Mm-hmm. Me too. But I will tell you, I was looking at this, kind of. Oops.
Did you look at queen a4 in this particular position? That was for us question number one, because queen a4, it's very simple, knight d7, knight b5, and we thought that she has to give the bishop.
Yes,
pair.
okay, she will.
Yeah, no, well, that's the only choice she had. We take, and we play this position, but we were not even sure so much. I mean, obviously, white should be
Maybe
better,
F5
but
here.
And even
But the pawn is here.
bishop F3 to
I don't
start
know.
with.
Yes, I
but
was
of course, I
thinking.
agree. Like if black somehow kind of coordinates.
No, I was hesitating between playing some, really solid chess, A4, knight d7, A5, because, okay, she will play rook e8 or king g8. Then I can even play rook a4, then bishop f3, and then she's kind of suffocated.
Okay, but at some point, sort of like maybe then you have an idea it's to put the rook on c4, maybe
I have
one
main
day,
ideas.
and then
Bishop
d4.
f3, yes, and
Yeah,
this
you play
pawn is
we just played it very positionally.
very but somehow I thought I don't know. It's too slow.
We somehow thought like, okay, Sasha, she likes initiative. She always goes forward.
Yeah.
She never goes backwards. So F5 was for us was underlining
Although I
your
was
character.
not so sure.
But it's of course
because the
it's
square
committing.
e5, I'm giving away the square e5.
And
but
that's the thing,
at the
yeah.
same time, I thought, okay, come on. I mean, I have such a pressure on the f file. I should have something, but I was, of course, very disappointed about my rook d1 move. It's terrible.
But, I
move. I
mean,
think king h1.
We even
Queen
discussed-
d6.
Yes, that's what we had on
And
the board.
bishop. What I was doing in the game, just without this loss of a
And
tempo.
you
And
have
then
then
knight
rook
e4 is a threat, so she needs to play king g8. And here I'm not sure I can even play a4. I can consider playing a4.
And I don't have time for g6 and king g7 in this
G6?
particular position.
Yes,
this
it
was
might be.
always
Yes,
like
yes,
our
yes, that's true.
restores,
Yeah,
if we
because
can
after
manage.
rook e1, but if you play, even if you play, if I just retreat my rook,
Okay, king
and
g7.
king g7 and rook e1 here,
And then bishop d4.
yeah,
Trying
bishop
to-
d4, knight e4.
Ah, you have 94.
This one.
Okay,
is
I
always-
have to be more careful.
Yeah, so I don't know. Somehow I
We thought
displayed
even d6
D6. I was thinking for a long, long time, but then somehow.
Rook d1 check.
Yeah, rook d1,
bishop d4.
yes,
King
and then
h1.
somehow I saw this line queen c6 and then rook h3 coming.
We saw it as well.
But of course,
not in this, we thought like rook e5 as an interesting move, and after bishop
Yeah.
f4, we tried everything to make it work with queen c6.
Maybe bishop f3 here is not so scary.
But
I don't know. I was
mean-
thinking for a long time about this position. I couldn't.
Of course, you have, I think, great compensation, but on the other hand, you give a pawn, which is psychologically speaking also sometimes
thought that
difficult,
it's
to
B5.
make such a
Yeah,
choice.
I was thinking about b5, I think.
Because there's nothing concrete, and if you play a4,
So it's the same
you-
position, but just without a pawn. I thought, but why to hurry? Let's just
that's true. And
wait and see. Okay, so rook d1, I don't like my move here. And queen d6, king h1. Okay,
B5.
but okay, somehow here I started to like my position again. Because I was more afraid if she plays b4 for some reason.
at some point, we thought like she should play b4 to misplace your knight, even like despite the c4 square, which you cannot use in this particular moment.
I don't know. And even here, she never, I don't know if she considered taking my pawn here. I was going to take on f7. It looked scary, I must say, but I was going to do it anyway.
Okay,
I
if
was
you don't
hoping-
have a choice.
Well, I do. I always can sacrifice a pawn. I can play
you
queen
can.
f3, or I don't know, take on d5, and then not to forget about this pawn. Queen f3 was another alternative
This
that I
is true,
considered.
yeah.
But I liked. Somehow I calculated and calculated and calculated with any knight she goes.
Okay, you
I
have a lot of tricks as well, like
yeah.
rook takes f6
But,
at some point.
you know, it's kind of shaky. My rook is cut off. So I was not so sure. But anyway, she played queen b8. Then I started...
Queen f3, actually, as well, like you play rook f3. That was my
My
initial
main
plan, to play
idea
rook
was
f3.
to triple on the f-file.
I wanted to
When
triple
I
on the
played
e5.
when I played f5, my main idea was to triple. But the problem is that here I was going to play rook e to f1, but somehow I got scared because I need to retreat my bishop, queen somewhere, and knight h5 should be considered this. And if I play knight e4, knight d3, and then I was. I didn't know how to relate. I mean, it feels like I should be doing fine, but I was not so sure. And I thought that it's too too risky to play in the time trouble. So I decided to go to the end game.
No, because our idea was like, okay, if you just look at the position, like in this position, not before queen f3, we just thought like that, I mean, objectively, you have two pieces which are active, that's what I said, but which don't do much, so which is a rook on h8. It's active, but it doesn't do much on the rook on s3. So I thought, like, if we get our rook on the e file and we do
Rook
everything,
e3, yes,
and you
I
don't
was
play with a
thinking
rook,
about. Because it
rook
has,
e3
double.
Yes, this is also fine, yeah.
But
Just to use the fact that this rook on h8 is just like an active but a non-doing piece in some way
yeah.
because of coordination.
yeah, maybe rook e3. I don't know why I didn't go for this line after all, because after knight h5 I have queen e1, I think. Do I have it?
Well,
Knight g3?
you ask someone, you know.
I don't have it, I think. But I can even, I think simply, can I take here?
I think this could
Then
look
knight g3.
and then
And then knight e4.
it looks
Scary, but
strong.
again, you should calculate very careful, because it's very easy to sacrifice when you're analyzing the game. And
No, it's fun.
So
I
yeah.
can tell you.
But anyway, so I played queen f3, bishop d6, queen d1. I decided to go for this endgame. Somehow I thought that it will be a safer choice, but then she started to play so aggressively that I was just
Actually, it seemed to me like that after knight, that what happened in the game, black was fine. I didn't like knight a3 was practically a very bad choice.
I think she needed to play knight d5.
That's what we thought.
I mean, knight b5, of course, is a mistake. But here, I hope that I'm fine. I mean, I still have two bishops, and her rook is...
I mean, okay, I mean, you play...
I was going to play...
Bishop.
I think bishop f2.
Because we thought like that rook h4 was one of the candidates in case we go somewhere
In order
else.
to, yes, but I was not sure, of course.
King
And
f7 doesn't
king
work.
well, I
as
mean,
long
maybe
as
it
a check,
does, but then I can, and then you can go back.
Well,
But I
okay.
can, after king a8, maybe I have something. Maybe bishop a4.
This could be...
rook
It
a-
looks suspicious at least. Because
Well, I mean, it's it suddenly became very, sharp.
Tactical.
Yes, and I don't know what's going on. But I have two bishops, and her rook is still on the h file. I hope that I'm still, I mean...
No, you can't be worse. There's no
That's
question
what
about
I was
that.
hoping
was
for,
no question
Suddenly
about
she
that,
started
but,
to play so aggressively, because I thought still she needs to
95,
defend.
I
mean,
thought
she-
like it makes sense, and then see where
No,
you go with the
it's-
bishop. Knight d5, not knight b5, knight d5.
Yeah, but knight b5.
But even here, knight d4, does it
yes,
still...
I think that's what what she
Should do?
needed to do. And then I was going to play rook d5. And it's... no, and I have also rook a5, but I thought that rook d5 is stronger. Because if she plays bishop b6, I have a5 and bishop a4.
This is not nice, yeah.
Just-
And
and
if she plays
bishop b3, then I thought that I can play bishop a5.
And what is the difference between bishop a5
For some reason, I thought that the bishop on d4 is better placed than...
Okay.
Maybe it's not true. I was not sure about the evolution of this position.
No, but I think actually objectively you play on two results here already.
I don't like my rook here. I mean, I don't have to go there, of course, but then what could I do? One question. No, rook e5 doesn't work here.
No, rook e5 is
Because
f5.
takes
That's
e5.
what we considered in a lot of positions.
Yeah, I thought
but
that
in this one
knight
doesn't
d4
work.
is the only move.
But even knight a3, I think, still doesn't. I mean, we thought.
Very, I mean, shaky.
Let's skip the fact that it's practically
Emotional.
a time
Yes,
trouble.
yes.
Not a good choice to do. But bishop b2, we thought it would still like
Bishop b2.
There was at some point bishop b2. Like maybe now bishop b2 instead of king f7. I think was the last blunder.
With the idea of c3, c2.
No, with the
or
idea of
just
bishop c1, preventing bishop c1.
preventing
Yeah,
bishop c1.
that's
Still, I mean, what this guy? I mean, how can I?
There's
It
a
should
guy-
be punished somehow.
The guy can still go on the
Yeah,
next
no.
move somewhere.
Okay, I know it can, but I have two bishops, and this guy is still here.
Yeah, this guy.
It just should be punished in the end game somehow. And this, what? I mean, but there are still some.
Okay, c3,
Okay, what is it going to do?
king g6.
Can I play bishop f5?
You can.
Just to make it suffer.
No, okay,
I like this move. I like this position.
No, of course I agree. That's not a question.
Now I'm not worried anymore because after knight c7 I was
okay,
worried.
I don't play c3. I play king g6. But you give a check anyway,
yes,
so it doesn't
it's
change.
even worse.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
okay.
two bishops.
Okay, rook d8 maybe, but no, this. I mean,
I think knight e3 is a final mistake.
I mean, they don't say for no reasons it's a knight on the rim is. So
and the rook.
Okay, the rook. I mean, I was sure that the rook would give the destiny about the game, and no matter what, because the rook. That's why King f8 for me was super creative, but for me also super risky in terms of...
it reminded me of our game with Nana in St. Louis. She also started to move her king somewhere, king e2, king f3, something with no castle at all, and she survived in that game. But I mean, and here she also was doing fine.
Sometimes creativity is, I mean, Nana and Gunina, for example, they are for me the most inventive players when it comes to creativity and finding resources, which probably would not cross my mind, but this was very creative.
And what's more interesting, these resources work for them. Sometimes when you start to play creatively, just
if you have a look at Gunina's position, like after you go back to your room, you will be smiling, but this time actually, like what you expect from Gunina to see, she didn't find. The usual way how she wins games or how she tricks opponents. She had a chance today and she missed it actually. But it was with huge time trouble, of course, it was not easy.
Yeah, here I was not sure whether to take on e5 or to play g4.
I mean, we decided both is winning.
Probably.
G4 was very elegant.
I was afraid, to miss something here, but I checked and rechecked and I thought that I'm not fine. I'm still okay.
No, it looked like from the moment after knight a3, it was very clean to us, actually. Because this was, we already understood after g4, even after knight f3, we understood that you would win the game. Because it looked too strange.
Yeah, but it was nice because here I can take here.
Yes, this
decides the game.
I mean, Miro was pointing out this kind of line. So I think it's probably a lot of people. I mean, I thought I would ask you the question because I always try to ask some questions outside of the game. Did you have a special preparation for this tournament, or did you have time because you played in the World Mind Games and before you played in the Russian League? So I believe you had maybe not so much time to really prepare.
I was trying to, but it's difficult. I had a month off. I mean, in April, I had the whole month, so I was trying to prepare because in May I was pretty busy playing. But
I know.
I thought that it also pretty important for me to warm up a bit.
Yes, because
as Sochi showed, but still, it's very difficult to prepare for such tournament.
Because everybody is preparing something as well, and then you will see that you will face new lines.
But okay.
And my last question for you is when you prepare against an opponent, because at some point we discussed it with Miro about preparing to find some mistakes in their preparations or on their variations, or you try to play something where you think it's not convenient for your opponent. In which direction would you try to search, or it's always different?
Well, it's even difficult to say because I like to play against opponents that I know about, that I've already played with, because somehow
you feel them.
I have a picture. I don't know. I feel them, and it comes intuitively. I mean, I decide to play one line or another, and I cannot really say that I'm looking, for one particular line. Maybe I should, as some players do even here, one particular line where opponent plays only, one variation, and it can be worked and prepared somehow. No, usually I work on my side, I'm on my opening, and then I choose between the lines.
But okay, for example, I would say you are a player where you like initiative, you like dynamics, and you're straightforward, as you could even see in this game. And then you have some opponent who likes very quiet positions and boring positions. Then, of course, your idea could be that you would try to get this game or the opening in the direction
that's
of what
I'm
you
saying.
like and what your opponent doesn't like, right?
I have 2 or 3 options, and I choose one which, in my opinion, will be the most
favorable for you and the most inconvenient for your opponent.
Usually it goes like this.
Because today we thought like this Alapin was a very good choice from this point of view. You get basically.
I was not so sure. I was hesitating,
you got an open position and initiative. That's what we know you like. And Nana usually likes also like initiative, but for her, not like the one
doesn't, right? But she was playing black.
She was playing black. That's a difference. Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot. Good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Yes. See you hopefully again with us very soon.
Thank you.